Evening all. Just out in the town tonight on a wee walk and talk. He's into day 8, day 9 on his water. Yes. So somebody asked me whether I do a wee longer video on that, so I'm just going to continue a video that I was speaking about the other night, the BARLINNIE riot. But when the BARLINNIE riot kicked off in January '87, unfortunately I was in the Ranger Club drinking, and I went to my ma's and I went, fuck it, I'm going down there tomorrow. And so went to my ma's, down the next day, and the next minute I pulled this big fucking sheet up. I'd only spent the night before with boot polish saying on it, Slasher Gallagher is an animal, he's the cause of this, etc. And the next minute all the reporters and all ran down and went, oh, so fucking, I went, aye, I says, that fucking cunt animals caused that. Even the fucking screws in BARLINNIE were free to this governor Slasher Gallagher. Somebody had actually slashed them up Peterhead, and to be fair, he just says to the screws, steady at the police, and I went, hold them down. He slashed the guy back. This is a true story, and he says to the guy, right, listen, if you don't report this, I'll send you to the special unit in BARLINNIE, which he duly did. And just going to cut out the Buchanan precinct, yeah. Aye, so that's what happened. So it kicked off. Some of my pals were up on the roof. There was Ernie Barrie, there was Samuel wasn't up, he was the cause of it, and Samuel was dying to fucking get up there. Because they battered his cunt in the dining halls at the time. Took him back, and Ernie and Davy Cochrane heard Samuel get kicked fuck out. So they says to all the boys, as soon as they all came back for the dining hall, and they says, right, 5, 6 to coat bang up. It says, when we're all opened up, so you just can fire out. So they all did, they all came out balaclavas and fuck knows what. Samuel was only gutted that he was still locked up, know what I mean? Just like me, I was gutted I was out, I wasn't fucking there. Because there were a shower of animals there, know what I mean? And still to this day, brutality still goes on, without a doubt. So, what happened was, Ernie and the boys were up on the roof. My pal was up there, Davy Fitzsimmons, who sadly passed away. Also Albert Moffat, he was up on the roof. There was EASTERHOUSE boys, all the rest of it. So it ended up, it finished after 5 days. It was the longest prison riot in history at the time. And I was to get to jail later that year for a charge for attempted murder. And when I was in, I kicked off in Seahall. And I get charged with assaulting prison officers and a breach of the peace. So I was in the Wendy, and it was just at a time when the BARLINNIE riot trial had went on. It started. So Ernie and all that, they were housed in there, so there was this wee P.O. Cokey. To be fair, he wasn't a bad wee screw, and the visits were busy, so he allowed people to have visits in their cell and all that, you know what I mean? And some of the guys were getting their end away, whatever, with their birds, good on them. So while we were in there, this wee Cokey allowed two to be in at night in the cell with each other to talk for a couple of hours, say for 6 to 8. So this night Ernie's in with me, and the next minute it's all kicked off. A wee SO at the time, McGurk, who was a little bastard as well in there, he worked in the gym. He was the one that started all the restraints, people's wrists and all that, but there'd be 3 or 4 of them all bending your fucking wrist trying to get you to scream. So this boy Rab done in Fulty for Drum Chapel, they were banged up together, but they'd had enough. And as soon as McGurk and I opened the door for them to get back to their cells, they just fucking walloped them right out of the head with a fucking bedpost, and they all scarpered. So Fulty and Rab had control of the fucking Wendy. They were running up to my door and shouting to Ernie, what will we do? Ernie was just saying, he didn't want to get, well, they were in all sorts of bother, he just said, Davy's land. So we're running about mental, and this went on for hours. And he even came into my cell and passed blankets in. for me and Ernie and that. As usual, they were fucking shiting themselves to open the fucking door. So, what happened then? They all came storming in later into the window house, and they ended up opening the fucking door with Ram feeling they could open it inwards or outwards. They opened it outwards, and fucking they've jumped in there. They two get their cunt kicked in. So that was that. But at the end of the trial and the thing with the BARLINNIE riot, Ernie was found not guilty, and he was waiting for his rough justice thing at the time coming up. So he was a bit wary in case he got a guilty, and so was rough justice. So he got a not guilty. The Cochran brothers got a not guilty. David Fitzsimmons and Albert and that, they won the thing on trial. But there's a wee guy who never gets mentioned for Castlemilk and Dixie. So I just walked along Gale Street. So, how do you do this? So, we Dixie for Castlemilk get a not guilty, but the only guys that get found guilty, miraculously, what's that, mate? I've not got anything on us, mate, sorry. Somebody just asked me for swear change. I've not even got any fucking on now. Don't give them that. But I saw. Where was I there? I have my train of thoughts. We have a good night as well.
Yes,
Epic, mate. Brilliant, brilliant. Epic night, the lads are. Aye, so anyway, the only boys that found guilty of this riot was the boys' EASTERHOUSE. There was Shuggy Twig, Moose Egan, and Bongo. Bongo was only doing 6 fucking months, and Bongo got 10 years. I'm sure Moose got 8 and Shug got 4 years. So they all came back to the window house. So Ernie, so boys' EASTERHOUSE done everybody all proud, you know what I mean? Poor fucking Bongo, 10 fucking years, he was only doing 6 months. So anyway, happened. I've ended up going to trial. I got not guilty in February '88, and I got out, and I was done with the assaults and the screws and that as well. So I ended up getting out. I was in about 5 months or something, and Ernie by this time, he was to be in another year or something. So Ernie finally got released for Peterhead, and his Mrs Mary had been in touch with me saying he's going to get out in interim liberation. And one of the newspapers had been following Ernie's case, and they tried to get Mary, well, this other paper tried to get Mary to go with them, and I says, Mary, don't. I says, they've campaigned for Ernie, I'll not mention the newspaper. And anyway, the day of freedom came for Ernie Barrie, and the newspaper were up there. They went into the prison, they were allowed into the gate, and Ernie was bundled into the back of the motor. He says it was something like a James Bond film. He was whizzing round country roads, and this other paper had been following him, and they crashed, and Ernie says he jumped into a helicopter, and he's in the helicopter, and they went down, they've landed down at Glasgow, down near the Sec to refuel, and they went to the Lake District with Mary and the kids were there. So he gave this story and all that. So rough justice guy was free, Ernie, good on him. And when he got out, I saw him. I had a caravan at Anstruther. I went up there for a few days. Everybody's like, is this the rough justice guy? He'd only been out a few weeks. So that was Ernie's story, and there was more to follow, you know what I mean? He ended up getting stabbed in the gorbals with Hammy. They call him the Black Hill Butcher, but he's never came from Black Hill. He came from Anderson, and then Ernie's son was to die as well in tragic circumstances in the gorbals. But to be fair, I was in jail at the time, and I heard, reading the papers, that the police pulled out all the stops to try and find young Ernie. He was found in a cloud. So a tragedy it was to follow Ernie, and it's sad to say I was at Ernie's funeral 4 years ago, and what a fine guy. I knew him from 1982, brilliant. And Ernie says, but young Ernie said the son that he always wanted, but in tragic circumstances. So fly high, young Ernie, and all Ernie. up there. Okay then, bye. Hi, so Ernie, sad what happened. But getting back forward, when I was at, when I got out then, it was 1988. I ended up, it was going to be my turn to get the 18 years as well. And I did, you know what I mean, didn't do a robbery, never happened, and spoke about it the other night. Well, these things happen, you do the crime, you've got to do the time. But it was a bit of a cutter, but a lot of years have passed, and that's it. But see why I was in? So, I was just going up Hope Street in Glasgow. Last time I was up here, well, I was talking to wee guy Jim outside the Alpine Lodge, but Jim was actually in the Alpine region in that chance. But Jim was actually in the Park Lane. So it's shut early today, it's probably been jumping the day, you know what I mean? I saw when I got there, I just remembered that Ernie, he came up to see me in the Wendy house, passed on a message about something I'm not getting to, and oh fuck right. And then when I was in a few years, it was always getting my ex at the time trading shoes and money, but this time him and Mary split up. He'd moved to Glenrothes even, in the Gorbals, and I think he'd got 50 grand compensation for his wrongful conviction, and rightly so and all. And Ernie was good to me. I went on the phone, and I'm phoning the jail phone, doing long Latin and that, and I always remember I'm saying about young Ernest being born, and he was over the moon. So him and Marie were quite settled, and that happened. It was just tragic. It was just tragic. But while we're talking now, a good friend of mine's out in Hamilton, Stout, Kirsty, just to congratulate the two of them on the birth of their wee boy Oscar. Brilliant. I think he's a few months old now. But just a big shout out to you. Hope to get to see you shortly. And young Oscar, well done. So, in the town, just reflecting on life, going by, and to tell you the truth, I'm actually forgetting sometimes. I'm shocked that I'm actually still here with that life I've led, but it always says what's for you, I'll not get by in years, and it's just a blessing. But I'm not into God, well, I'm not into God, but I'm not very soon into recovery, the God bit when you pray and all that, which people find to get a lot of solace out of it. But I've tried the recovery and all that, and it wasn't for me, you know what I mean? And Jerry was helping me out. You need to go down on your knees and pray, and he says, you're no different from anyone else. And to Jerry, I know, I says, but I just don't think I could do that. But I do get up each morning, and I thank God, I don't every morning, but I do get up, and I'm quite happy I'm still alive. You know what I mean? Which is good to know.
Yep.
Yep. Some guys working there. I was going to talk to them, I went, no, fuck you, no, Stephen. I remember talking to the two boys in Finiston. I just bumped into them after going a few pubs and then I walk, and I started talking about Carlito and all that, and I went into one and fuck, shout, Mr. Brigante, for fuck's sake. The judge was saying, sit down. Sean Penn's like, no, but that was about 6 weeks ago. So, just walking up and down here. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about next. Just chewing the fat, as you do. But chewing the fat. Fuck. I remember a story when I was just out as well. I was in Duke Street with Steph, pal at the time, and we went into hairdressers. The guy for chewing the fat was in, Ford killing him. And the lassies ran out to get a camera, and we said to him, "You meant Steph?" And I said, "Steph didn't know who he was." And he went, "I hope you told me a pair of gangsters." I was just out and Steph was just out at the time. And we were going up to Vicky's. Fucking, it was good days. And Ross, a pal up Duke Street. Right, Ross, the tenant's tour guide. Well, Ross has said he's going to come on and talk a wee bit about his life. And fuck, we'd be there, we'd need to do a fucking 10 fucking day podcast with Ross, but Ross has led a bit of colourful life as well. And I think he got a 3 or 4 year in England years ago, and he met one of the chain robbers, Bruce Reynolds. I'm sure he says he was in the laundry with him and used to have a wee puff of her and says he was a gentleman. So, hoping to get Ross on. And Joe Steele, when I was doing it Court for Samo the other week. Joe was doing it Court for Samo as well. He's been a lifelong part of Samo, the same as me. And Joe says he would do a wee walk talk. And we're not just going to talk about Joe's ice cream thing, we're just talk about things in general. As Joe says, chew the fat and try and add a wee bit of humour and that into it. Because Joe's had a fucking bit of tough fucking life with that miscarriage of justice and all. Ernie was in about 4 years, but Joe was in fucking 20 years plus maybe. So Joe's a survivor, just like his 2 brothers, Johnny and Jim. I remember a wee story of me and Johnny boy from way back years ago when I had the caravan. Way back 2007, 2008, and I was getting on with Johnny well. I said, "You want to come down to the caravan?" And if you're watching, you remember, George? He came down to Craig Tara. We stayed a few nights and every cunt the clubs like that. It wasn't me, they were looking at the going, "That's that boy fucking Johnny Steele. Escaped from Berlin and all that, the book, The Bird That Never Flew." But I was like, "Fucking hell, Johnny, we can't do it, man, book wasn't it at the time." And I Johnny, and we went to a couple of parties in the caravans. I had a great time doing there, didn't we, Johnny? And it was great. We were down there 3 or 4 days. So, and a few other people have been saying this as well. Could do a wee walk and talk or whatever, and I've said, "Well, why? Whatever." You know what I mean? I say I'm no monetised on TikTok, YouTube, or whatever. But some people have been talking to us lately saying that they're up for live events. Well, that's what I'm all about. I can talk. I'm sure that I could talk to fucking people as well. And we'll see what happens. But still on the walk. So it's been a great day. A wee Mankman and bungled and botched to contributors to the channel, and Jim and Debs from Edinburgh, Julie, wee Arthur Rafferty, to mention a few. It's always leaving comments. Thanks for that. Where's the tail of citizen that goes on in there? Well, book in and find it. Fuck it. I've never stayed in it myself. I've been up in the cocktail bar. But I see there's a lot of good nights in there. Say no more. So I was just walking along. It's about 11:30 at night. Town's very quiet. Tuesday, and I just thought I'd go for a walk. Sat down at a place today, the Citizen in the sun, it was lovely. Had something to eat and that. And fucking up the road, and just simple things in life are the best when you get to my age. You don't realise it, but yeah, know what I mean? You're just fortunate that you're still living, and obviously touch wood that everything's still okay with everything and family. And from the corner there, but I'm coming up to round the corner and I might just finish it off there. So I'll just say good night for Glasgow. And before I go as well, last thing before I go, Ben for the Inquirer put up a great upload earlier tonight about the SLANEY case, something that's in my heart, because I was in the jail with Warren and Phil Sutton and Long Lartin, and Warren's always maintained for fucking day one he's innocent. So Ben, big thanks for putting that up, and I put a wee community post up, and me and Ben are going to meet up soon, and Matt's a good guy as well. He's always there to help others, but Ben's really good on his channel. He's got the voice for it, he does all his research. Top bloke. Ben's originally from Stoke, and he was a casual and all that. Me and Ben have had some right good talks, and Matt as well, but lately speaking to Ben quite a lot. So Ben, great post you put up, great factual thing as usual, and hopefully the Warren SLANEY thing will start roller coasting, because Warren got 25 years recommendation. He's done 34, so he's done 9 years over his tariff, and I have heard through the grapevine he won't admit his guilt, and rightly so, because he is innocent. He always told me that. I mean, I was in the jail when I got out in 2001, and 23 years later he's still in. I think he got his jail just a year before me, 1990. There's not a lot of evidence at all against Warren. There's no DNA, there's fuck all. Just a couple of statements, his alibi, he was at a party, and should have never been convicted, and he's done most of his time in solitary as well, Warren. So, let's hope. There's going to be a protest, I think in August even, and I'm hoping to be down there, show a bit of support. So at that, Warren and all his family in Leicester and that, hi for Glasgow, and we hope that something is going to happen, because this fucking guy's been in all that time, he's done most of it in solitary. And as Ben mentioned in his video as well, no wonder the guy's in trouble. If you were innocent, would you not? You wouldn't be happy, would you? And that's what I've said in the past as well. You wouldn't just fucking be sitting about. Warren's been in a lot of fucking trouble, no wonder. You know what I mean? Frustration. And he spent most of his time in solitary, so let's hopefully that this fucking campaign, Mary Ernies doing a fantastic job. She just took it up recently as well. She's in touch, and the other boy as well for Birmingham, Jabs Blue. He's doing a lot of good videos about Warren as well and organising it. All right, James, how you doing, mate? So let's hope that fucking something will get done, and this new government will maybe take up his case. Okay, bye for Glasgow. Bye.